Why did you choose football administration?
Thank you very much. I did not choose football administration. I must tell you, if I give you my history, well, I think that's the way God wants it, and maybe that is where God wants me to be. There's no sphere of education cadre in Nigeria that I have not passed through. From my primary school to secondary school. When I left secondary school, I was just 15 years old. That was 1984. My dad was alive then. He said I was too young, that I can't go to the university. That then he needed me to go for training. He ensured that I have to go to the teacher training college. That was when I met Falila Togukoya. We were classmates in Shagamu, Methodist Teacher Training College, Shagamu. When I left there, I tried JAM. I did not make it. I have to go to the College of Education. When I was going to the College of Education, they told me point blank that they will not take me in any other course than physical health education because of the results I got from the Methodist Teacher Training College, the TC2 result. That they insisted that they are not going to offer me any other course. I did JAM again. I did not make it. So my parents said, go to the College of Education. So when I got to the College of Education, I did my PhD and everything. When I left there, I took direct entry form to Ogun State University. The only course they offered me was physical health education. So my mom now said that I have no other option, that I just have to go. That I cannot stay back at home and do JAM again because of my age. So they offered me physical health education, and that was why I have to go into physical education. And when I was asking them then that why that I want to change my course, they said no. That if they have to look at the results I have from the past, that their advice and the only guide they can give me is to follow this line, that I'm always the best in the class. So that was why I could remember then my lecturer then, Dr. Oluyide, insisted that Sola, please take this course. I did. When I was in the university, when I finished, I got to the university, Ogun State University. They gave me physical education. I accepted my fate. I was doing it. That was when I met Professor Seun Omotayo. He was one that, in fact, he was the first lecturer I met in that school. Then Dr. Oduyale. That was when they are the two people that actually brought me up. And while I was in university, I was in part 3 when the faculty then decided that with the experience I have, I should come and be teaching diploma students. When I was in part 4, they have already offered me a graduate assistant in the university. Because of the lecturers I work with, they saw my capacity, they knew what I can do, and they knew that department, I was an outstanding student. I came out with a 2-1. I missed first class by a whisker. So that was what has happened. So when I left the University of Ogun State University, as God will have it, my NYC, I was posted to the Ministry of Sports, Zone 1 in Ibadan. There I met I've forgotten this elderly man that was the zonal coordinator there. That was when I did. That was during 1999 World Cup. Then Mr. Peter Nelson was the one in charge of that center then, and I actually worked with him. I learned a lot from him, and he practically allowed me to express myself during the World Cup. So when I was submitting my report to him, he now said, Shola, that he will advise me to remain in sports. That was Mr. Peter Nelson. So while I was in Ibadan, then from Abuja here, they came to Ibadan. They usually go for inspections and everything. So I think then they now told them, the zonal coordinator now told them that this is one of the best students they have, best youth corps they have, that he did this, he did that. So from there, they now said, okay, fine, they are moving me to Calabar. They moved me to Calabar towards the end of 1999 as a sport officer and stadium manager. That was when the federal government was in charge of the stadium, UJ Stadium in Calabar. So I was there. So it was from there that the people in the ministry now said, okay, that was when Dr. Tijani now came in as the general secretary. And that was when the people in the ministry actually recommended me that I should apply to work in NFL. So I applied, they called me for interview, and so be it. And I'm thanking God today that it was a very, very smooth one, because during the interview, they did a serious employment, because the people from the head of service, people from the civil service commission, the director of administration, then late Mrs. Adekunle she was there, Dr. Tijani Yusuf, Alhaji Hassan Yakmut was there during the interview. So I think God gave me the grace that day that I did very, very well in the interview, that Alhaji Yakmut made them know clearly that Sola is going to work with me in the professional league. That was in year 2000. So I was the one that worked with Alhaji Alhassan Yakmut in professional league in year 2000. I was actually his second in command in that office. And Dr. Tijani Yusuf said, no, Sola will work in my office in his office as Secretary General. My appointment is still there for everybody. They can check my file. They said Secretary General office stroke the professional league. That was what they gave me. So I'm just happy that I've never for once disappointed those that gave me this opportunity to work, and I will continue to do what I should do to excel.
Before my last question, what would you have been if, since you like you were, it was destiny that pushed you to this particular office?
Then when I was in the secondary school, you know, we usually have discussion among our friends. Okay, what do you want to go into? I want to be a lawyer, I want to be a doctor, I want to do this. Then what I had in mind was that, okay, I want to be a businessman. And it was because my dad was a businessman, and I saw what he does, and I've been part of him in his business while I was young. So I was looking at him, okay, fine. If I can be learning from him, then I want to go to school and learn more about it. So I would have been a businessman. That's no doubt, because my dad was a businessman. So that was my plan. But as God will have it, no, go and do this. And I have no option than to follow the direction of God. And I'm happy that I'm not deviating, and I'm happy that I've not disappointed a whole lot of people that sees this potential in me, and they say, Sola, please follow through this line.
Well, in life, we always move forward, we move higher. And I know one day you will leave this office to a higher position. What would you like to be remembered for when you go here?
Yeah, I was posted to this office in 2013. And ever since then, the National League One has made to be one of the top notch in Nigeria, to the extent that people in other parts of Africa and the world are recognizing the league. So I pray that the league continue to prosper, because I have people that I'm working with here that even if I leave this office today, they are 100% sure to follow whatever things that we have been doing here. So I'm happy that I changed the face of amateur football in Nigeria, and I'm happy that we're able to grow the number of clubs that participate in amateur league in Nigeria. But many people usually ask questions, how did it grow like this? How did it grow like this? It was funny. In year 2021, you remember there was a presidential committee set up on football.
Yeah.
And Nigeria Football Federation then asked the league to submit our 5-year master plan and 10-year master plan. We submitted to Nigeria Football Federation. Our 5-year master plan is to grow the league. Because the reason why we have to grow the league was this. Go to every corner in Nigeria, every little space, people are playing football, but not coordinated. You see coaches, those that call themselves coaches, untrained coaches, because they have played football before, they turn themselves to coaches. We discovered that these people are among the people that are destroying the career of these boys, because they teach them the wrong way, and that affects the career of these boys, affects their talent, affects their potentials. So we now say, okay, fine, is it not better that we have more of them in an organized setting where we can control, where we can possibly have a direction for all of them? And we look at the population of the youth, of male footballers in the country and their age. We discover that we are not even doing 5 to 10% of it as regards them being in an organized setting. So we submitted a 5-year master plan that by 2025, that NLO wants to have 500 football clubs playing in the league. Thank God we were able to meet that 500. And that by that the 10-year master plan is to end by 2030, that we want to grow it to 1,000 clubs. And that brought us to a table with the board then, Akali board and Alaji Kawu board. That okay, fine. Sola, how do you want to do this? What is the strategy that you want to do this? We now say, okay, it's simple, sir. Before now, teams that graduate from the state league to NLO, they are just 8. So if we have to increase them, since the focal point was the grassroots, that they are playing at the grassroots, more coordinated. Okay, let us have more grassroots teams to join NLO. So we designed a league that can afford, that they can afford to play in. Because if you look at this league now, we play a stadium league, we design the stadium league. If you have allowed them to be playing home and away matches, none of them will be, in fact, 95% of them cannot fund traveling to play home and away matches. They cannot fund the logistics of playing this. So they now said, okay, shall I go and design a league that if club plays in, then they'll be able to be comfortable. And with that, most of the clubs at the grassroots started falling in. We increased the number from 8 to 16. And we increased the number of clubs from our lower league then. We have Division 3, don't forget. So what we did was to merge Division 3 to Division 2. So that was why we now have Division 1 and Division 2. So we merged Division 3 to Division 2. So that increased the number of clubs. We now increased the number of clubs that get promoted from Division 2 to Division 1 to 16. The records are there. And it was approved for us by Nigeria Football Federation, approved for us by the Congress of Nigeria Football Federation. So that was why they approved the strategy that we adopted to increase the number of clubs. And that was why we are happy today that as it is now, by 2030, we will at least have 1,000 clubs. And after having that, we decided that, okay, fine, the control should not just be central. We decided that, okay, all these clubs will be playing at their zonal level. So there's no club that will leave Southwest to go and play in the East. We made it to be zonal. So it gives the club a lot of comfort that, okay, fine, I'm not going to travel too far. I'm not going to spend money in the hotel. I'm not going to do this. So it gives them the joy that always be part of NLO. So, but many people don't know this, but you just have to keep educating them that this is the way it is. Because if you look at the clubs we have, the league we are playing now, all the clubs in the Southwest are playing in the Southwest. All the clubs in the Southeast are playing in the Southeast. All the clubs in the South-South are playing in the South-South. Then the Northwest, Northwest, and North Central, they all play in the Southwest. So, and that's where they get their promotion from. And that was the reason why we usually have promotion playoff. So that we balance the number of clubs that will be coming to us. So that from there, we pick winners from all this region, we put them together to play a promotion playoff. And that is how we usually decide the winners. And it has been very smooth since 2021 after COVID to date.
Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome.